Well, hello again. My name is Dr. August Dunning, and I do these nifty little beach walks discussing aspects of dry fasting. And today we're going to discuss hard dry fast and soft dry fast, being no water at all enters the body at all, touches the body at all, and a soft dry fast where you can take showers and take a bath, use magnesium soaks, that kind of stuff. And I think the basic difference is comfort, of course, because if you're able to get in the shower and hose down and get the body oils off a little bit, and, no soap, be able to brush your teeth and spit it out, don't swallow. And if you have to take some medication, it doesn't hurt your fast at all to do a tablespoon or two of water. It really doesn't. I would melt water from ice first because it's more like structured water, like the stuff is made in your cells, but that's just me. But the idea here is that it is far more comfortable. Most people go through it very, very easily. My first dry fast was a hard one. And I have to admit, by the third day, I started getting regeneration of my sense of smell and all these great things, which is right on time. And that all these things were fixed, and I was never thirsty or never hungry. So that was all a big farce for medical science that you need so much water. Well, because that's when Pepsi bought bottled water and started bottling it. And they got that in there. Anyway, so yeah, the idea here is, though, the bigger difference may be significant depending on the intensity of the illness you're trying to treat. For instance, cancers. You really need to starve the body of everything coming in because it has to only make plasma glucose, because any glycogen at all will feed cancer cells. But the receptors, the sugar receptor sites on their cell surface, can't accept plasma glucose. So they die off, and that's why they die off. Filanov and Shishnikov both noticed this. And the reason is they are just not being fed. They can't be fed because they can't link up with the food that would feed them. So they shrink, and that's why cysts shrink and all that stuff goes away. It's a situation where everything possible is being ground up to heal whatever the problem is possible. So it's grinding up a lot of cells and amino acids, cells to make amino acids, to rebuild cells, to fix the problem and end the illness, which is not a disease, it's an irritation. That's all it is. And when you look at it that way, it's a lot more easy to understand why these things don't work with medicine. It's funny. After Chernobyl, they dry fasted the people that ended up surviving Chernobyl, and don't need their conversation in this. And they did the typical high bactericides and antibiotics and all that stuff, and they dry fasted a similar group. The dry fasters all made it. All the guys that were treated with Western medicine all died. So dry fasting is maybe something Elon might want to look at as a way to assure damage repair on the way to Mars bases. However, in the interim, I suggest doing either one, whichever's most comfortable. You can try a 5-day dry, completely hard dry fast, to see what it's like. But like I said, it's just like the other one, except one is a little more comfortable. And I think that the hard dry fast, especially for the ones that are like 11 days long in Russia, those are the ones that, get all the cancers and get those taken out. So if that's the way that works, that's the way you want it to work. It's just something the body naturally does. It doesn't interrupt the normal body processes. In fact, it fixes the aberrant body processes. So yeah, soft dry, hard dry, just as your own personal preference. But my suggestion or opinion is that if you have these really big problems, first of all, don't take a 7-day into an 11-day without medical supervision or some kind of monitor or some kind of attendant. Because too many things can happen from too many health problems that have occurred before the patient went into dry fasting. Number one. And 5 to 7, completely possible. Did it myself. At 67, I think, is when I started. And but I'll talk about all the other crazy things I'm doing in other videos. But For this one, easy. Water, pretty easy too. If you're in the middle of a dry fast, at the end of it, for instance, and you're just so parched and you're so sticky and all that stuff, get some ice chips. Ice chips work because as the ice melts, it melts into structured water, which is what your cells make, you know. And that's about the only thing I would suggest. But that's about it. Soft or hard, it's just about whether you want to be comfortable or tough it out. I've toughed it out and I've been comfortable. I'm going to probably do a tough it out one next in about a month. Anyway, I love you guys. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Hit the like button, and as always, remaining commercial free. I'm not going to let anybody interrupt my conversation with you. And love you. Hit the like button. See you later.
Yes?
We have a message. Can you remind people to subscribe, please, sir?
What now?
Please.
Oh, very well.